What's going on YouTube? This is Chaos-Reighn here, and today I'm going to show you something really cool and interesting based off of a couple of builds that I found on YouTube and kind of showcase this cool little setup. Now, I'm sure you guys have already seen my video and many other people's videos about the Pathfinder setup to where you can basically be immortal as far as, gaining all of your life back. Well, this is that, and then we also took a second person's video with shocking yourself and decided to take it even further. So we actually were crangling boots all league long, and we actually have a pair of dark rays right here that have increased effective non-damaging elements, or sorry, reduced effective non-damaging elements, which will put us in the negative. So the point of this build is to have negative shock effectiveness so you take less damage. Now, I will recommend that if you do see this video in time and you decide to play this build, be aware that it will be patched. This is beyond broken, and even though I'm about to showcase what I'm about to showcase, that doesn't mean necessarily that, this is like the final thing. I just saw this video today about how to do it, and I incorporated it with my current build, and that's what I have. So, in this test, we're going to go ahead and take us to... Ow. Now, a couple things to note here is that you have to get to minus 100% effect of shock on you. Not immune, not avoid. You have to be able to be shocked, and it has to be 0, and then you have to go past that 0 to be negative. So, normally, with shock, I'd only be about minus 53% applied via my boots. Well, the Voltaxic Rift gets around that. So the Voltaxic Rift, I'll link you or I'll show you right now, once it loads the Azurite Mines, says shock enemies as though doing 300% more damage, so you basically shock them almost every single hit, and then your shocks increase damage taken by up to 100%. This includes on yourself when you reflect it. So, as I'll show you now, we're going to pop our flask, and we're just going to kind of run around and just kind of run through content. So this is depth 402, and we are pathing towards an L. If you can see here, we have 100% shock effect on ourselves, and we are literally not taking any damage. Well, we took some damage there. That's noticeable. Okay. So, okay. There we go. Not taking any damage from these enemies. And we actually do a fairly respectable amount of damage. We also have knockback on crit, so we are able to just kind of control them and make sure they don't, do anything stupid and stuff like that. So, just going to kind of deal with these guys really quick. As you can see, we're not taking any damage. Our health isn't going up. We're down, I mean. Our ES isn't going down. And then that's basically that. So, you saw that. Now, this is Owl at depth 403. And there's our modifiers. The boss, let's see. Modifiers, they can't be modified. They have a power charge on hit, meaning he has crit chance. 100% extra damage with lightning, etc., etc., etc. Well, because I have these, which is the flash setup, which makes you take less damage, and I take 100% reduced global damage, that combined makes it so I take 100% less damage. I believe this also applies with your physical damage reduction, with the 100% less damage taken, multiplying it to over 100% less physical damage as well, along with all these damages. So if you, and my chaos, I think I take 20% chaos damage. If you get it to 50, I believe it's less damage, 50% or 100% less damage taken, but you might have to hit it 75. So for the boss, I take out my chain here, and then I put on my diamond flask. Now I just rolled these, and it took me about 4 or 5x to kind of put everything together, just because I had to go buy a nulls and craft them, but you need one like this, any flask with reduced effect of shock on you, and then of course you need your flask effect via Pathfinder, or you need other reduced flask effects, whatever ways and sources you can get. You need to be able to reflect your shocks, in which case I have a Melagaro's Restraint with movement speed corrupted. And then if you look here, we have the lightning damage to attacks, which is good. 60% increased damage while shocked, 100% increased shock duration, and shocks are reflected back along with the insane movement speed. So, because we don't really need to phase during this fight, we removed our phase flask and we put on this. Also, spell suppression doesn't matter when we take no damage. So this also gives us stun, meaning any big attacks can't stun us. However, we can still be knocked back. Just something to kind of think about if that's what you're aiming for. So, let's go ahead and showcase it a little bit, shall we? So as you see, we only have 2400 HP. This guy can one-shot us, normally. This is the fight. And, yeah. So, basically, I take no damage. At all. 0. Actually 0. And Owl is dying fairly quickly. We have a lot of crit chance, a lot of crit multi, and all I'm doing is hitting him over and over again. And yeah, that is all I'm doing. Because we have such high crit chance, as long as we crit, we are guaranteed to hit that minus 100%, which makes it so we take 0 damage. If we take 0 damage, all the content in the game can't do damage to us. Literally nothing. At all. You won't ever take damage. So, again, I'm not sure how the Chaos Res works. You might have to Chaos Res cap. But, yeah, this is not really fair. And it's going to be patched. So, I would highly, highly, highly recommend you do this. Now, that's not to say that we're squishy inherently. Because we have the Pathfinder setup on normal nose, we can actually run through the enemies and never die, because every time an enemy hits us, we gain 30% of our life back. And we have a replica fragile bloom that says when we're hit, we have 7.5% life regen per second. So, or no, 3.5. It's 7% if it's a regular. So, that being the case, we basically always regen our life or heal our life immediately. With this, you just don't take damage. This is pretty insane. I don't think either of these two are going to work, but having them both together is really not going to be allowed. And that's something that I think you guys, if you want to look into something, you really should check this out sooner than later. I do hope you guys enjoy this fight, and unfortunately I'm not going to end the recording just to die, but I will say that if I die I will end the recording. I have tried him a couple of times with a lot less DPS, just because in my other build I was really tanky, but I'm going to be using this setup until they decide it's worth a patch, or unless they don't decide. We'll see. But in the meantime, we're just kind of having fun, enjoying, you know, basically being a damage immune in a boss fight that is really annoying. And on any other time, this boss would one-shot us. Every single time would one-shot us. When I had 3900 HP, couldn't be stunned and all that, there was still attacks that can one-shot me. So that's just something you gotta be aware of, is that, you know, without this setup, you're probably gonna die. Uh-oh, I'm not at 100. Get to 100, please. Get to 100, please. Oh, no. Oh, see that? Because I was at 61 instead of 100, he actually damaged me. So you have to be at, like, I think it's like 85, I think, is when the threshold kind of says, hey, this is not enough damage or something. And when he's in that tower phase, I don't think he can get shocked. So what I think, because I have Hydrosphere, though, I think I shock my Hydrosphere and that reflects it to me. Pretty sure that's how that works. Uh-oh. Oh, no. Okay, we got 100. Now I have 7 dynamite, but I like using them on the next phase to get him down quicker. It's because it's the smarter thing to do. As you can see, he is a little bit less than half. He's about to go into minion phase. Okay. So yeah, if you shoot your Hydrosphere, you can remain at 100% shock effect, it looks like. Alright, looks like we can do minion phase now. We just drop a flare, and now we just wait for things to come. Now, as I said before, I don't really take damage in these phases either. Like, if I didn't have my shock effect up, I literally would take 0 damage. But just as a kind of a rule of thumb for this kind of thing. You know, attacking is probably better in case something gets like a savage hit off of on you. Because we knock things back when they're crit, we also have an extra defensive layer in case our 100% doesn't proc, so just kind of a little extra, you know, umph to it. Now, I've also stood on degen to not take any damage, so I will say that that is another big thing you can do is, you know, walk over degen. I'm pretty sure you can just walk over any kind of damage source and not worry about it. Okay, so after this attack, we throw our first dynamite. It's our first one. Let's throw this one too. Okay, looks like he phased himself before it exploded. Alright. 2, 1, 4. See, if you can't tell there, we're just basically always immune. Uh-oh. 100%? Good, 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 good. Throw a dynamite. Chunk him out. Now he's going to go into a phase. He's going to do another attack. And like I said, as long as you're able to crit, you're able to get that 100% very easily. And we have really high crit chance, so it's not really a problem. We'll chunk him out again. It looks like that dynamite actually missed the phase, which is kind of shitty. Okay, we are at 100% shock effect. So let's wait for him to do an attack. He does AoE, so we throw a dynamite. Chunk him out again. He does the barrage attack, so we just wait. Now normally you have to run around, not get hit, try and, you know, evade all these attacks. Oh, looks like we have one dynamite left. That's fun. Two, one. Oh no. Okay, we got it. Throw a dynamite real quick. Last dynamite went off. Looks like we got him out of that attack, so that's fine. We do have culling on crit, and we're always critting, so basically we don't have to worry too much about this fight. We just have to make sure we're always shocking him and getting to that 100%. Now, I will say, if enemies are immune to shock, I don't think this works in the slightest. I think you just kind of get screwed. Alright, so here's that attack. So, this is what my experience with this attack specifically, if you don't, if you're not careful, you can literally just get deleted immediately after, like with that attack. Just because you're not hitting him, he has like iframes to make it so you don't hit him. Then every other attack, like this attack, you just sit here, keep attacking him. I think he takes like reduced damage, but it doesn't matter because all you're doing is applying the shock. And since you're shocking as though, you know, there we go, perfect. Yeah, this attack here. See, if you see, it keeps pushing us out of the way, which is really bad for us. There we go. Then he immediately starts with another big attack. He goes into that attack. The barrage attack. It's only the tower attack that you have to be careful of, because if he knocks you back and he stops you from shooting, it's really bad. Yeah, this one here. What you can do is you can kind of walk around it, but if you're walking around it, you're not hitting him. Okay, got it. So, and he's cold. That is, oh! Thank you very much for watching this video. I hope you guys enjoyed the fight. I hope you enjoy trying this out while you can. Oh, we got a topaz ring, huh? Which one is it? Mountain. I think I already have the mountain. But, yep, that was that. That was a really fun fight for me, and I hope you guys enjoyed the video. And I more than hope that you guys take advantage of this before they patch it, because they're going to patch it. Talk to you later.